Hey guys, welcome back to Market Mastery, the series where we teach you about a champion, what their abilities are, how to build them, and how to play them. I used to also say we followed the journey from Mastery 1 to Mastery 7, but now it's sort of just about the teaching part, because Mastery 7 is hard, and I don't have that kind of time. Moving on. Now that I've killed the idiot who suggested we stop only doing jungler-based videos, we're back with another jungle champion. Gear up and get your jet boosters, it's time to talk about Lillia. So, imagine this situation. You're a League of Legends fan. You've just spent the summer watching the various regions play through their summer split, and as it starts to come to an end, one of the most hyped characters begins to get leaked. Not only that, but the champion is going to be released doing a huge event centered around demons and the afterlife. This champion will be played for seasons to come, having great moments during the World Championship and even the humble spring and summer splits. Oh, and I guess Lillia came out at some point around this time. Man, Yone's so cool. Lillia is a high movement speed AP fighter jungler, used to frustrate opponents with her high movement speed, damage that's dealt over time, and fast clear speeds. She's easy to understand, but playing her at the highest levels isn't something most can do. Hell, the only player in the competitive scene that ever actually plays her is Canyon, the jungler for Dalwan Kia. And, well... moving on.
You need a TP, or you got it?
No, she's...
You're fast. You're so much faster than her.
Lillia's passive is Dream Laden Bow, which causes all her abilities to apply a burn effect on anything that is hit for a percentage of their maximum health. The max health percent damage is scales off of her AP. Her Q is Blooming Blows. The passive of this skill gives Lillia stacking movement speed whenever she hits something with a spell, stacking up to 4 times. The active has Lillia spinning her weapon in a circle around her, dealing magic damage. If an enemy is hit with the outermost part of this ability, they take extra true damage. So basically just think of it as an AP Darius Q. Her W is called Watch Out, Eep. Yeah, I don't know who thought that was a good spell name. When casting this spell, Lillia moves forward while channeling for a short amount of time, and then slams her weapon into the ground. The center of the hitbox deals increased damage. Lillia's E is Swirl Seed, a projectile that rolls infinitely until it hits terrain or an enemy. A simple ability, but good for long-range poke and setting up engage. Now you may be saying, but Mr. Tanner, none of these abilities have any CC. How is she supposed to engage? Well, first off, don't call me Mr. Tanner. That's weird. You're weird. Anyway, Lillia's ultimate is called Lilting Lullaby. After getting level 6 and putting a point into this ability, Lillia's abilities place a mark on their targets for the duration of her passive. When Lillia activates her ult, the mark is consumed and enemy champions are first made drowsy and then fall asleep for a few seconds. If asleep enemy champions are hit with any form of damage, they will wake up, but take a burst of magic damage on top of it. So as you can see, Lillia's kit is made for her to weave around on the very edge of team fights, then dashing in to put everyone to sleep and deal huge damage. Seriously, the damage output of this stupid Scottish deer is ridiculous once she has a couple of items, and the bird from her passive can kill people before they even realize that they're dead. Next, let's talk about her runes, summoner spells, band phase, and item builds. For her primary runes, we run Domination and go for Dark Harvest. It's not always easy to activate the rune early, but later in the game her passive will get free stacks when you're not even expecting it. You also run Taste of Blood for a little healing, Eyeball Collection for more damage, and Relentless Hunter for movement speed. Secondary runes are Sorcery, Absolute Focus for increased damage from your poking, and Scorch for more burn. You also run double adaptive damage and health, no real explanation needed. Summoner spells are Smite, of course, and then your choice of Ghost, Flash, or Ignite. I tend to run Flash pretty much every game, but the others are viable if you're extremely confident in your ability to snowball.
Before you factor in the...
No. Why would I flash? That'd be a very stupid thing to do just for a kill that wasn't even going to matter until after she was in egg form.
You flash. You did.
Why would I flash for that, Alan? That seems like a really stupid thing to do. When it comes to banning, I tend to go for assassin type champions that can jump on Lillia and blow her up. My most common ones are Echo or Kha'Zix, but other even lane focused assassin bans make sense, like Zed, Katarina, just anything that you think can get on top of you and blow you up. And finally, time for her items. As usual with the junglers I play, we run Blue Smite for that fat movement speed advantage. I mean, she's literally all about movement speed, so the choice is pretty obvious. Her mythic is Liandry's, burn is burn, and you can stack a demonic embrace on top of that if you want. It's usually a pretty good option. You want Sorcerer Boots for extra magic pen, and then from here the build could go a few different ways. You can build Cosmic Drive for some extra movement speed and AP, Lasagnas for more survivability, Void Staff for Shadow Flame if you need to break through some heavy tanks, though this isn't really always necessary because of her percent max health damage on her passive, but still, if you feel like you're not doing enough damage, you can build some more pen just to, plus if you build pen over their MR, it basically turns all her stuff into true damage, so, you know, that's never a bad thing. And of course, you can build Rabadons if you want those big PP damage numbers.
It's a good, I don't care what you say, that was
No, it ended up being worth because I set it to flash to make sure you didn't fucking die. You can move the build around a bit though if your team is lacking a decent front line, as both Dead Man's Plate and Force of Nature actually work really good on her. I mean, extra movement speed is never a bad thing, and Dead Man's Plate used to actually be a staple on her kits before the durability update came out in summer. So if you want to build it, you know, build it. It used to actually just be on her kit all the time. Oh, Chris! So yeah, the build's pretty simple, the runes are self-explanatory in one note, and the abilities are surprisingly simple for a champion that was made in 2020. So of course the act of playing her is going to be the same, right? I mean, honestly, yeah.
Let's go, my lord.
It landed on... No, Rakan got the first kill, but my E, it didn't even have a chance to roll. It just landed on him. So I'm going to be removing this section from the jungle champions where I talk about their jungle pathing, just because for the most part it consists of clear camps, gank, clear again. It's not really the most involved thing, and it's honestly kind of unnecessary at times. Rammus, I did it because, you know, it was the first jungle champion I did, but as you saw with Shaco, I backed off a little bit, and then with this one, I'm just outright not doing it. So for now, I'm just going to kind of skim over it. Lillia has a pretty fast clear and can start Raptors if you want to do a leashless start. What I will say though is that Lillia has to be extra careful during her first clear. She takes a lot of damage from jungle monsters and doesn't deal very much, so there's a fair chance you'll die to red buff if you start blue. It's happened to me before. So just take it slow and move around as much as you can. Lillia is very effective at ganking whenever your laners are pushed in, as she's very sticky and capable of staying on enemy champions even without her ultimate. If you see your top or bot laners pushed in under their turret, gank them. I thought he wasn't going to get his passive for a second. Once you hit level 6, you can start being more aggressive, and your ultimate mark is capable of pressuring opponents, even without actually using it. On your first back, I would recommend grabbing Lost Chapter, as your passive movement speed scales with AP, so you don't really need boots yet, and the extra damage ups your clear speed, which means you can gank and fight more. Fighting often is what Lillia is good at. Once all your camps are down, look to fight. Lillia is one of those junglers that's really, really strong from ahead, but when she's behind, it can kind of feel hard to make an impact. I think her more tanky build with Dead Man's Plate is very viable if you feel like you're not doing much damage, as the extra tankiness will let you get off a big ult and do some damage before you go down. Also, and this is something that I doubt any of you care about, but Lillia does have animation cancels that are built into her kit. The animations for her E and Q can be interrupted by other spells, so it's possible to do a combo of E, Q, W in quick succession for big damage. In my experience, you don't want to be doing combos very often. Usually, before a team fight starts, I just run in, hit a Q, and like kind of stick on the outside of people's attack range, and repeat that until it comes to like the actual team fight really starting. But I mean, hey, you can use those sick animation cancels for turbo jungle clears, I guess.
Did Udyr get like freaking shadow buff or something? I don't know.
Lillia is really strong. A lot of people don't know how to play against her since she's basically become forgotten ever since the Spirit Blossom event. And if you get even the tiniest lead, she can snowball out of control. Hell, I only needed to record 3 games for this video before I had all the footage I needed because I got ahead and steamrolled people. Honestly, she's my second favorite jungler behind Shaco right now, and so making this guide was a lot of fun.
Dude, Overwatch 2 is fun.
It is, I agree.
That was...
Actually, I played it.
No, hold on. No. We can't... What just happened?
I don't know what happened.
They just inted. Like, I've never seen someone int that hard in my life, except for when I'm playing. Okay, so now for the point in the video where I wrap things up and give a summary of the guide. Except, no, I'm not gonna do that, because I'm really mad right now. So at the beginning of this video, I mentioned how these videos wouldn't be about getting characters in Mastery 7 anymore, just simply due to me not having enough time to do that every other week, on top of all the other videos I make, and school, and life, and just a lot of stuff. I wasn't able to get Mastery 7 on Rammus, and with Shaco I don't think I even really tried, so preparing for this video I just thought I was going to get 3 good games and use those for the footage. Little did I know that those 3 good games would turn into 3 really good games and give me Mastery 7. On Lillia. I got Mastery 7 on Lillia before Rammus and Shaco, my actual mains. Well, at least I can say I'm a damn good Lillia.
Oh! I'm so dead. Go off, Tanner. Oh! Oh!
No! I didn't get the Penta! No!
Harry stole.
Anyway, Lillia is an insanely high damage mobile fighter who's able to take over games when you least expect it. So take this newfound knowledge and go Mach 5 on some morons.
Oh wow, I popped G.
Can I get much higher?
Oh wait, you're right there.
Come on, guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Originally this video was actually supposed to be on either Nocturne or Fiddlesticks due to how this came out the day after Halloween, but I realized that I suck at both those champions, so I decided to do Lillia. Seriously though, we come out with Mark of Mastery videos every other week, so this Tuesday is this episode, the next Tuesday is going to be a horror game, and then the Tuesday after that will be another Mark of Mastery episode. For the next episode, we're stepping out of the jungle again and back into the bot lane, but this time I'll be the one doing the episode. And of course, I'll be doing the most complicated champion Riot has ever released. See you guys then. Bye!